All right. Now, South Africa's aging electricity infrastructure, like transformers and copper cables, continue to add to the country's ongoing power woes. Municipalities seem to be struggling to deal with vandalism and illegal connections, which leads to constant blackouts. So how long can this continue? And why is our infrastructure not being maintained and refurbished? Let's talk to Tebogo Khaas from Public Interest South Africa. Thank you very much, Mr. Khaas, for your time here on eNCA. I think looking at the name of your organization, Public Interest South Africa, and what we do get in terms of information that is available to South Africans by municipalities and any form or structure of government in South Africa is still a problem at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It is quite so a very huge problem, which our administrators don't seem to actually overcome or have the capacity to do so, or never mind the will to do so. In fact, when I looked at the text that was sent to me by your producer, saying the problems that power outages have cost on the municipalities, I think it's the other way around. The municipalities or those who run those municipalities are actually contributing or causing these power outages or lack of proper management or governance.
And, Mr. Khaas, don't we also have a responsibility as citizens when it comes to the different levels of elections? I think I always stress this whenever I get the opportunity of how important it is to participate in municipal elections, more important than it is at national level, because the municipal elections are what directly impacts you.
You're quite right. In fact, service delivery is actually at the local level, not even so much national, because utilities are get to be supplied either directly by the companies that supply them, that is ESCOM in this instance, or City Power through the municipality. And if the roads are not repaired, it will be JRA, for example, or if the water is not running, it will be the local water supply company that usually is a municipality entity. Now, if we don't participate and hold those who are responsible to account, and if you don't partake in local elections especially, we are just going to get the same problems repeat themselves over and over again. So it is, yes, important to have civic participation in local elections. But it's not so much about elections, Masaba, if I may. Because what we seem to have done is we've abdicated our responsibilities as members of communities. We seem to believe that it is others to resolve our problems. We don't take it upon ourselves to educate one another that if we connect to a substation or to the network unlawfully or illegally, the kind of problems that is going to impose, say, on a transformer. And when a transformer goes down, it might take time to actually be replaced or repaired. In fact, there's even the danger that it actually poses to communities, especially children. So we need to also take it upon ourselves as members of communities to ensure that we educate ourselves and make sure that we restrain from doing things that will just make the problem worse than it already is.
And, just lastly and very quickly, Mr. Khaas, obviously you and I have spoken about how it's not only government's responsibility to make sure that our infrastructure works in South Africa. So what would be the solution then? Because at the moment, from where I'm standing, from my standpoint, it looks like someone is benefiting from not sorting out the issues of protecting our infrastructure from vandalism.
It is the criminal elements who largely benefit. And that also includes some of the contractors that are actually responsible for replacing or repairing that infrastructure when it's broken or vandalized. I have seen it firsthand where a contractor would want you to provide some inducements for them to do certain things and therefore denying the municipality the revenue that is due to the municipality. That needs to stop. And it's incumbent on all of us to actually participate and make sure that we stop such type of conduct. So it is not so much an easy solution that where somebody will come with a magic wand and everything will go. It takes both communities, it takes both the utility suppliers, it takes both those who run those municipalities. For some of them, they collect the revenue, the electricity fee charges that you and I pay, and they don't turn it over to ESCOM. You've seen last week ESCOM said they've been owed 63 billion rands by municipalities. That just tells you the extent of the problem.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us here on eNCA as we spend day 2 just focusing on the infrastructure pertaining to energy in our country. That was Tebogo Khaas from Public Interest South Africa.